This is a teardown of a Revolabs Solo Executive, and the model number is 01-EXERAC-BLK-11. Quite the model number. I've already salvaged the rack ears off of this because I'm selling them. Might not be good to use the drill so close to the camera. But we're going to take a look and see what's inside. Alright. Oh, that's interesting. Not much. This thing is just really heavy because of all the metal for the housing. Pretty thick. I wonder if that's because they're trying to shield the internal stuff, since this is basically a wireless microphone system. Very nicely done though, that's for sure. Disconnect some of these cables in the way. Whole bunch of wireless antennas. The antenna in the middle of the front that's supposed to come with it is smaller than the other ones, so I think this might be Bluetooth, or maybe it works through its own little wireless protocol for control purposes. Oh man, lots of little wires. I don't think my fingers are going to be strong enough to get those standoffs loose. There we go. Just some standoffs for the top cover. Keep it supported. I was going to sell this, and then I looked it up and it's like, oh, people are selling it for $20 free shipping. There's literally no money in that. I think I'd lose money if I sold it for $20 free shipping. Some metal cans over some stuff. And they're not soldered down, so I might have to see how many of these I can pluck off. Do it off frame so I can see what I'm doing. Trying to do stuff with the camera, just tricky. Maybe. There we go. One by one. I think they're actually a mirror. The two sides are a mirror of each other, so I'm not going to pull them all off. Yeah, I'm going to try though, and there we go. Alright, here's the main PCB. There's the chips. I assume a combination of digital to analog processing, and then the wireless interface control chips. Also got this little sideboard here, which has a crystal and a couple other chips on it. Not sure what that would be doing though. There's a part number on the PCB. Yeah, lots of little breakout headers for the front switches and LEDs and your various antenna points. I'm guessing, from the looks of it, these are all going to flow into these cans here, which probably does some fancy pants RF stuff. The camera will focus before it gets to this chip here. Too close. But there's nothing on the bottom of the board other than a few pens sticking out. Let's see here. This back breakout board looks pretty straightforward. Darn. I was hoping to maybe salvage these LEDs. But I'll have to cut the little connection off to do that. The switches, on the other hand, kind of neat looking. Ooh. I'm trying to ruin it. Hopefully that got loose enough. I tore this one up a little with my side cutters, but it's okay. It'll be the one that's messed up. The switches in this are really nice. Push button, through hole, with a nice little plastic nut. So honestly, with what these are selling for, if you needed like some really nice push button switches that are panel mount, that might be the real value of this particular unit. And this is rated for 3 amps at 125 volts or 1.5 amps at 250 volts. Just a single action push button switch, but there's a total of 9 of them, I believe. Yeah, 8 on the front, and then this one makes 9. So that's kind of fun. I'll save those. Anywho, I don't imagine finding anything too exciting on this breakout board, but take a look. There we go. Yeah, it just has all the connection points, and then it wires back to the controller board. I don't know if it's weird. Must be in one of the other layers. I don't know if the network jack here and then the USB connector here are wired into anything. But there's a lot of layers in this PCB, so it probably goes back to the one of the pin headers that connects to the main PCB. Oh, let's see here. Oh, power supply screwed into the bottom. This is just another good example too of a hidden gem where you could turn this into something really neat. So let's see what this power supply is rated for. Ah, darn, it's not labeled. Dang, this is really shielded too. Lots of thick steel around it. But, just as a thought, you could turn this into a Raspberry Pi enclosure if you wanted to. Figure out what voltage this power supply is running. I mean, it's probably 12 volts. 2 positive volt pins and 2 ground wires. But you can fit a couple Raspberry Pis in there, and then maybe plonk a pair of 40mm fans on the side, and yeah, lots of salvage material. I like saving these IEC jacks too. I always mix them up. I think this C14 and these switches. These switches are always nice to save. I have yet to actually need one. And then the few times I do need one, I probably have it, but I can't find them. So, whoops. But yeah, these just have nice little spade terminals on them. Oop, got the one off the AC line. Too hard to do it by hand. But yeah, lots of salvage material in here. I'm definitely gonna salvage all these push buttons and throw them in a bag together, since I'll have 18 of them total, because I have another one of these units that just isn't worth selling. But yeah, hopefully that's interesting, and thanks for watching.